Over 2,000 years ago, an innocent man endured unimaginable suffering, a story that transcends time and has changed millions of lives. But what really happened during those final hours? What did Jesus endure at the hands of the Roman army, and why? Beyond the cross lies a story of betrayal, pain, and sacrifice. A story of love so powerful it shook the earth. Today we take you into the heart of this incredible journey. What you're about to hear will not just move you, it will transform you. Stay with us as we uncover Beyond the Cross, the untold story of Jesus' suffering at the hands of the Roman army. This is more than history, it's the ultimate story of love and redemption. Beyond the Cross, the untold story of Jesus' suffering. "2,000 years ago, on a hill called Golgotha, a moment of unimaginable pain changed the course of history. But what led to this defining moment? Today, we go beyond the cross to uncover the untold story of Jesus' suffering at the hands of the Roman army. This is more than history. It's a journey of sacrifice, love, and redemption. Stay with us as we unravel the hidden details behind one of humanity's most profound moments, the suffering of Jesus Christ. By the end, you'll see the crucifixion in a way you never have before. Jerusalem, during the time of Jesus, was a city under siege, not by war, but by the heavy hand of Roman authority. The Roman Empire ruled with an iron fist, using fear and brutal punishment to maintain control over its territories. The Roman army was not only a military force, but also the enforcers of justice, or what they deemed justice. Public executions, harsh trials, and physical torment were tools to instill fear among the people. And it was in this volatile climate that Jesus began his ministry, preaching love, forgiveness, and a new kingdom, one not of this world. His message was a threat not only to the Jewish leaders, but to the Roman authorities. He spoke of a kingdom greater than Caesar's, and for that, he was marked for death. It began with betrayal. In the quiet of Gethsemane, under the cover of night, Roman soldiers and temple guards seized Jesus. A kiss from Judas marked the beginning of his ordeal. Dragged from one trial to another, Jesus faced accusations from the religious leaders, while Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, wrestled with the decision of what to do with him. Despite finding no guilt in him, Pilate gave in to the demands of the crowd. "Crucify him," they shouted, and so an innocent man was condemned to die. The soldiers did not simply prepare Jesus for execution, they humiliated him. He was scourged with a whip embedded with sharp fragments, each strike tearing into his flesh. Blood ran freely, but he did not resist. They twisted a crown of thorns and pressed it onto his head, mocking him as King of the Jews. His robe was torn from him, and he was paraded through the streets, carrying the weight of the cross, both physically and spiritually. Step by agonizing step, he climbed the hill of Golgotha, where nails were driven into his hands and feet. Suspended between heaven and earth, he bore the sins of the world. In those moments of unimaginable suffering, Jesus uttered words of forgiveness. "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." This was not just the execution of a man, this was the ultimate act of love, a sacrifice for all humanity. As darkness fell, the earth trembled. The veil in the temple was torn in two, and the world would never be the same. Jesus' suffering was not in vain. It was for you, for me, for everyone who would believe. The crucifixion was not the end. It was the beginning of hope and redemption. Jesus' suffering reminds us that no matter how great our pain, his love is greater. His sacrifice broke the chains of sin and death, offering eternal life to all who believe. Let this story inspire you to live with purpose, love deeply, and trust in the one who endured it all for you. Share this message of hope and salvation, and let the world know the power of his love. Don't let this story stop here. Share it, subscribe to our channel, and let the world know his love is beyond measure.